Hey everyone, let's jump right into this explainer. Today we're unpacking something that's literally all around us yet totally misunderstood. We're talking about the hidden origin of the air conditioner. It's a machine that absolutely shapes our daily lives and makes modern living possible. But the story of how it actually came to be, yeah, it's nothing like what you might imagine. We're going to break down the wild history and the massive butterfly effect of this invention, diving deep into the fantastic insights from our source material. So, get this. 99%. According to our sources, 99% of people are completely in the dark about the actual history and the real original purpose behind the AC. I mean, we just turn it on, feel that nice cool breeze, and naturally assume it was always meant to save us from the sweltering summer heat, right? Well, actually, scratch that. That assumption is entirely wrong. We're about to shatter everything you thought you knew about why this thing was actually built. See, today we instantly associate air conditioning with human comfort. It's exactly what pops into our heads when we hear that familiar hum. But back in 1902, when this tech was first getting off the ground, human comfort wasn't even on the radar. No way. The reality back then was just sweaty, hot, and downright miserable. The air conditioner was absolutely not built to cool people down. It was literally built for machines. Section 1, the 1902 printing press problem. Okay, so picture this. The year is 1902, and we meet a young engineer named Willis Carrier. Now, he wasn't out to change the world, and he for sure wasn't trying to make your living room comfy in the middle of July. He was just a regular engineer who got handed a super frustrating problem at a printing plant. The summer heat and humidity were just wreaking absolute havoc on their printing presses. The paper kept expanding and contracting, the ink wouldn't dry right, and the colors were all misaligned. It was a massive industrial headache. Carrier's job? Just find a way to control the environment around this machinery so the printing press could actually do its thing. And man, this one isolated problem sparked a massive butterfly effect. Carrier went ahead and designed a system to control the humidity and temperature in that one specific room, and boom, he successfully fixed the printing issue. But here's the crazy part. By solving this hyper-specific problem for ink and paper, Carrier accidentally invented a piece of technology that would eventually escape the factory floor and completely rewire human civilization. Which brings us to Section 2, building the modern world. The air conditioner basically made these staggering societal shifts possible almost overnight. First up, it completely transformed hospitals. Precise temperature and humidity control became absolutely crucial for maintaining sterile environments, keeping medications from spoiling, and just keeping vulnerable patients stable. It was a real game changer for modern healthcare. Second, it popularized cinemas. Before the AC, movie theaters in the summer were basically suffocating ovens. Air conditioning literally created the summer blockbuster because folks would flock to the theaters just to sit in the cool air. And third, it gave birth to modern megacities. Huge regions of the globe that were previously considered way too harsh for dense development suddenly became prime real estate. Just take the rise of Dubai, for example. It's this towering, glittering megacity and a massive global hub for commerce and tourism. But, it's sitting right in a punishing desert climate. Dubai, as we know it today, with all its massive skyscrapers, indoor ski resorts, and a booming population, it could only thrive because of the air conditioner. Without Willis Carrier just trying to fix a stubborn printing press in 1902, the modern metropolis of Dubai simply would not exist in its current form. And hey, it's not just the Middle East either. Consider the oasis of Las Vegas. Vegas is sitting right out there in the middle of the unforgiving Mojave Desert, yet it's this booming, neon-lit capital of global entertainment. This incredibly harsh environment was made entirely habitable, comfortable, and wildly prosperous solely due to the invention of the AC. These cities are basically giant monuments to the power of climate control technology. Section 3, the Internet's unseen lifeline. Server cooling. The continuous temperature regulation required to keep global internet infrastructure and data centers operational. Now, take a second to just let that sink in. Every single email you send, every video you stream, every piece of data you have stored in the cloud, it all lives on physical servers. And those servers generate a tremendous amount of heat. Without constant, industrial-strength air conditioning cooling those massive data centers down, the servers that power the modern internet would just overheat, crash, and literally melt down. The entire digital age relies on the exact same principles Willis Carrier developed for that printing press over 100 years ago. As our source materials so perfectly puts it, the world's biggest inventions often start from a small problem. I just love how this ties the whole narrative together and brings the butterfly effect completely full circle. Willis Carrier wasn't trying to build Dubai, he wasn't trying to invent the summer blockbuster, and he certainly wasn't trying to keep the internet running.
He just wanted to stop some paper from wrinkling. But by solving that one tiny, mundane problem, he unleashed a wave of innovation that completely reshaped the globe.
And so that leads me to a pretty profound question to leave you with today. What small problem today will invent our tomorrow? When we look around at all the mundane, annoying little frustrations of our modern world, you really have to wonder which of those little fixes might just be the spark for the next massive global revolution. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this completely changed how you look at that little box humming away in your window. Keep learning, keep questioning, and we'll see you next time.